Video of rioters chanting "Hang Mike Pence" played during today's January 6 House Select Committee hearing. The Vice Chair, Congresswoman Liz Cheney, said Trump was aware of these chants when he said, quote, "Maybe our supporters have the right idea." Let's talk about all of it with the former partner of Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, Sandra Garza. Brian, obviously, as we all remember, suffered 2 strokes and died the day after he confronted rioters on January 6th and was so brutally and violently attacked. There was something that was said today that I immediately thought of Brian and you, which was a conversation that Trump White House attorney Eric Hirschman had with John Eastman, who was pushing this insane theory that helped incite and inspire the crowd that day. Let's play that clip of Hirschman describing his conversation with John Eastman.
He said, "You're going to turn around and tell 78+ million people in this country that your theory is this is how you're going to invalidate their votes because you think the election was stolen?" And I said, "They're not going to tolerate that." He said, "You're going to cause riots in the streets." And he said words to the effect of, "There's been violence in the history of our country, Eric, to protect the democracy or protect the republic."
What's your response when you hear about that attorney, according to this account, so blithely dismissing the riots in the street that actually happened, except they happened on the Capitol?
It's reprehensible. He knew that that was going to cause an uproar, and he didn't care. He didn't care how much bloodshed was going to spill or happen that day, and said, "Screw it, I'm going to do it anyways." A lot of people knew. I was actually more moved on the first hearing with a lot of the testimony that I heard. I mean, even today as well, but because there was so many people that could have intervened and said, "You know what, I'm going to go to the media, I'm going to go to the press, I'm going to scream from the rooftops and try and stop this." They knew Trump intimately. They knew how dangerous he was, and nobody did anything to stop him.
That's interesting. So I don't want to put words in your mouth, but when you see Ivanka Trump,
Right.
or Jared Kushner,
Right.
or people like that, people who could have had a press conference and a million cameras would have come immediately and
Right.
said, and if she had said something like, "Please don't listen to what my dad's saying, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
Is that who you're thinking of, and is that what you're thinking of?
Absolutely, yes. Ivanka in particular. I mean, families were decimated because of what happened on the 6th. People died because of what happened on the 6th. I mean, there was children that turned in their parents. There was one young lady who was kicked out of her house and on the street because she turned in her, I think it was her mother, for participating in the insurrection. Jared Kushner said on the video during his testimony that, "Oh, well, I just took up, the people, the attorneys who were saying they were going to turn in their resignation because of they didn't, they basically had a conscience. I just took that up to whining."
Yeah, he said it was whining.
Yeah, not a big deal. Yeah, just absolutely despicable.
Well, where's your camera? Talk to your camera. Tell Jared Kushner what you think.
Yeah, Jared, Ivanka, I mean, yes, it's hard to stand up to a family member, a father-in-law, but you could have done something. You could have avoided the bloodshed that took place, including the suicides that took place after. People died. People are still hurting. You heard Caroline Edwards' testimony. She's still impacted today, and many other officers are still hurting physically and emotionally from what happened on the 6th.